over the years, I've toured many, many times as either the main act or the supporting act. And when you go to smaller clubs in Europe or across America, Australia, New Zealand, you can't always take your band because there's no money in it. I don't make any money. So it's just me. I go and I take my guitar, my Telecaster, maybe and some pedals, and I pick up a band. Pick up a band like the bass player, drummer, and keyboard player. And some of that was the greatest time. Some of that was train wrecks. It's how it is. But some of the stories of being with another person on the same label. We remember this one particular time. We go to a city, doing a concert that night. I'm the first act. He's the main act, and we've got an hour in a concert each, but we've got the same band to work with, and we're supposed to have about 2 hours rehearsal each. We both flew into town. We both arrived there at the venue, and he had his chord charts, and they'd obviously been listening to his tunes and stuff, and so he went through the rehearsal, and he was not happy camper, but his songs are pretty complicated. And so his 2-hour rehearsal became a 3.5-hour rehearsal. So I only had half an hour. I was watching him rehearse them, I was watching him beat them, and they were getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And some of the songs that were his, better known songs, they were train wrecks. And so it was actually kind of good going second, even though I only got half an hour. But I threw out anything complicated for me, and I chose some of my easier songs and then chose some other cover songs I knew they knew. And when I got up there, I just played a couple of those songs, and we had fun for 10 minutes. And then I said, look, it's tough what you guys are doing. It's amazing. I really appreciate you. I'll count all the things in. Drummer, don't have to worry about that. I'll do all the tempos. I'll start every song. So, and you can come in maybe like the second verse. If I start like, I'll start that, and I look around you guys and you go, oh yeah. And the drums just come in now. The bass. Just drift in with me. And so I did that at the rehearsal, and then I didn't even do the half an hour because I was like, these guys are beat up, we need to eat, and they go, we'll all be good. And so I went out there and did that. My concert was great. The band, because I loved them, and that's the whole thing about loving when you're a musician. If you're a touring artist or a producer or any leader of a creative team, you love the people. And it sounds like, I'm not trying to sound like I'm better, it's just I learned how to do it. I learned a long time ago that you love the audience as the most important people in the room, and the second most important people are the people in the band. More important than the promoter, the guy who's going to write the check, more important, because if we can build community, all right, so I really believe in the moment and being in the moment, writing a song in the moment, performing in the moment, singing in a studio in the moment. This is a moment. I'm having a moment. And I'm pretending you're here with me, but I know it's on the camera, but having a moment, and I'm trying to stay and teach out of the moment. I'm not teaching to notes. I've got no notes in front of me. This is life lessons, But loving the band that you're working with and loving them. And how do I bring the best out of them? Now, I never saw those people again. Never. But I've had situations where I've gone back to certain towns and played with the same people again and again and again. And even though, yes, they're not the same caliber of the people I have here in Los Angeles, they're not the same, they're not studio musicians, but every time I go there, I learn what they can do well and what can they do collectively. How do I bring them together collectively to make this sound good? So I throw that song out or that song, and even though, they love that song, yeah, I know you say that, but no, we're not doing that one. No, we'll just do these ones. And I've had a couple of situations where I've gone to another country in Europe, and we've just got a local band. We're playing in a jazz club, kind of restaurant bar club, and they're playing great. And they're playing with confidence because I've encouraged them, and they're playing what they're good at, what they know. And people out of the audience, they don't recognize them, and they go, "Wow, you guys are all from America," and it's like, I just feel like a proud dad. It's amazing, and they go, "No, we're from," and they mention the town they're from is 10 miles away or whatever. And they go, "What?" Yeah, that's what happens when you love people and you include them and encourage them. And I find if it's just limiting, let's not do that. Let's just stay in this. You're good at that. These guys were really good at jamming, but jamming with atmosphere. You know, like this. Which I love. Just simple chords. At the end of my songs, a lot of my songs have just a little thing at the end. I write it intentionally, okay? Another thing I do, I write endings so I can keep going, because I know when I get to a good place in a concert, I can just keep going there and staying there. And often another song comes out, or I'll make a song up, and that's not the whole story, but staying in the moment. But to stay in the moment means I have to share the moment with the other people in the band, the other singers, and give them space that they could be themselves and create it. And all of a sudden the audience feels really connected, and they might be seeing people they know, and they're going, that's Andre? That's amazing? Yeah. Well, Andre already had it in him. I'm just encouraging and letting it come out. And so that's a huge part how I see connecting with an audience, but I also see the same way of writing songs. So if you want to learn more about that, or have some one-on-one coaching, or we can talk about coming to your town and doing a clinic on this, and we just stir up the moment and in people and create the creative team and musicians and so forth, visit me at thesongwriterworkshop.com, and we'll have a conversation. You'll find me there, and you'll find something to click, and you can email me or whatever it is, and let's chat.